shows it to us, and
Please.
it is corrupted.
The fuck is that? No, that is not a deer, dipshits. What is that? So in case you guys don't remember, I reacted to a Minecraft ARG called Found Footage of a World That Knows You. That video has done great, by the way, thank you very much. But this time, Zacho Builds, the person who created that video, has made a new one just recently called I Got Hired to Watch Over a Server That Doesn't Exist. Now, good job Zacho Builds on basically just naming it kind of similar to Whiffy's is, kind of building off of his success as well. Gotta love it, you know? And of course, since I want to ride off of the Minecraft ARG hype train, we're gonna be reacting to that video. So today, we're gonna be reacting to the video called I Got Hired to Watch Over a Server That Doesn't Exist. If you guys like this type of content, make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below what type of videos you want me to react to, and I will try my best to react to them. Follow my Twitch, and I will also try to react to stuff on there as well. And I will try to live stream as best as I can. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, let's get into the video. Alright boys, new ARG just came out. Cannot wait. I had a lot of fun reacting to the other one, and it's got me some good views on one of my first ever reactions, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm ready to do it again. Alright, this one is called I Got Hired to Watch Over a Server That Doesn't Exist. I like how Zacho here is like, he titled it similarly to Whiffy's on one of the most famous ARGs that came out recently. Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1, and I don't have anything to drink. Fuck it, let's go.
Hello there. We are reaching out following a form where you indicated interest in the following role.
Okay.
Server Watchdog.
We would love to offer you $4 per hour spent watching over the following server.
This screenshot is the
Really? You're offering less than minimum wage.
banner image for
To be fair,
channeling caching checks,
doesn't sound like
but
that hard of a
according
job.
to the player, Cash, he never filled out a form and has no idea how these people got his email. But out of curiosity, Cash decides to log on and check out this server. Cash loads in for his first night shift and is met with some signs. Well,
I'm sorry. This immediately just sounds like Five Nights at Bernie's. Why does this sound like FNAF, okay?
welcoming him to the Outlook SMP. Now, the text on the sign seems to be a bit messed up, perhaps from like the server being upgraded from an older version.
Welcome to the Outlook SMP. Feel free to take any items you may need. We're so happy to have you here with us today. Okay, is this going to be a pretty good ARG? Okay, if this is supposed to be based on something like FNAF, I might be in for a treat, guys.
However, nothing else seems to be all too messed up. At least that is until...
Oh.
All right, I see exactly why this server needs some admin. It has been griefed to high.
This looks...
You would think, though, that...
This looks like 2B2T, I'm not gonna lie. This looks pretty fucked up already.
Cash is supposed to admin.
We're only not even a minute in.
Probably have creative mode, maybe some operator perms, but instead he seems to be forcibly stuck in survival.
Unable to open
But
game mode switcher.
This doesn't really matter because no one appears to be online, and Cash is pretty much free to explore wherever he wants.
Nice.
As he explores this main area, he comes across a main conversation board of sorts. To the best I can read it, it says Goal 1, gather materials, equipment, etc. Goal 2, build main base.
Okay.
Goal 3, enjoy it all until he comes back. Of course, they're not going to tell us who he is.
Who? He?
But beneath that,
He?
it says, how long do we have, would you say? And then in very faint text, we see 2 weeks, maybe.
Oh.
So from this, we can assume that someone is coming back soon. And that seems to be a bad thing. But
Oh my
best
God.
case, it's nothing. Worst case, we could be
He will
looking at
blind,
some
he's
sort of,
coming
like,
back.
stalker who keeps finding their way onto these people's Minecraft server. Cash certainly treats it like it's not important because he moves swiftly along to just raiding these bases for items, but all of the items available to him are A, glitched, and B, pretty much useless. Cash speaks to us for the first time and says, quote, "They told me not to interfere with the world, but it seems like people already did."
Okay, yeah.
Well, this is helpful because it's clear Cash has had further correspondence with this watchdog thing. But the kicker here is Cash tells us that he doesn't even have a texture pack on right now, and even shows us. So the fact that
so this is just this is Minecraft, just base Minecraft.
he's seeing these textures and these items being the way they are is very, very weird. Cash informs
Yeah.
us that the watchdog people told him that the daylight cycle is tied to real life, meaning that
Oh.
wherever these players are, it's nighttime for them. And Cash says it's nighttime for him as well, so
Okay.
they might even be in the same time zone. Eventually, though,
okay.
Cash just decides to pillar up in the center of town and crank up his render distance to like watch over the area. Unfortunately, the second he does that, his PC starts to have an absolute crisis. Come on, Cash, showing up
Really, man? You have a...
unprepared for the job?
You even have Fabric, man. You told me you can't get mods in to make it better for chunk loading, man. Come on,
You didn't buy a
Cash.
fancy PC when you got hired? Come on.
Dumbass,
Well, Cash, I'd love
dumbass.
to canonically recommend you an Ironside PC. I recently received a PC from them, and not only can it...
Whoa, that's crazy. It just automatically
For
just
now,
skip
though,
back to the
Cash
video.
just turns down his
Whoa,
render
how did you do
distance
that?
and watches over the server for a bit until he hears...
That's a go horn. I know that one. That was... And Cash is the only one online. Okay, that's pretty fucking weird. Oh,
You have been clocked out. Thank you for your time.
All right,
Okay,
let's
then.
talk about this, I guess. That was a goat horn that
Yeah.
is in the vanilla game. However,
Yeah.
that's not something that can simply be done or played without a
yeah. You need someone in the game to play it. It can't just be. That sound cannot be made by a non-human player.
player blowing into the horn. And as we can see, no one is online right after that noise is played until we see a player join
This is
with just the
username.
username. Potentially, if Cash had been holding down tab when they did join, we might have been able to see like a player skin, but even that
No.
seems unknown. And I don't like
Are you kidding me? So we're doing FNAF based video with a Bonnie skin. I saw that. Look at that.
like unknowns. So let's start getting some knowns in here. Cash is back for another night shift, but this time when he logs on, that pillar he was on has been removed, so he just sort of...
Oh, that is...
But once he respawns, he finds that his stuff is gone, and a message is sent into the chat.
Please do not intrude into the server/movement blocks or items.
To which Cash responds, Dude, you like
Dude,
got him. That was so
man.
good." Cash
Got
does
your
indeed try
ass,
to tread
bitch.
A bit more
Okay.
lightly, and he heads back to the house with the enchantment table again. Cash starts looking through stuff, and by looking through stuff, I mean looking through stuff. He's going through chests, ripping through the bookshelves, and
Well,
a literal
I was literally about to say, like, yeah, he's gonna be like, yo, mama, I do whatever the fuck I want, and just literally just touches everything.
secret passageway in a bookshelf. Come on, it doesn't get much better than that. So Cash makes his way down and sees tunnels, seemingly man-made tunnels. Cash walks around through them and eventually finds another ladder that leads him up into a
Also, I
different
just
one of the
realized this man
houses.
does not have
Walks
smooth
around
lighting
through
on.
them
What
and
the hell,
eventually
man?
Finds another ladder that leads him up into a different one of the houses. So these tunnels essentially just connect each house together. It's finally
Okay.
at this point that Cash realizes
it's like the Jew
book he grabbed
tunnels
is
in
a
New
book and
York.
quill, and he
Back
reads,
during COVID
Don't
days.
listen to whatever he told you. It's probably lies. And if you are him, fuck you.
All right, some fighting words for this alleged him, but clearly whatever this book is talking
kinda
about
mean.
is something that
Not
went
gonna lie.
down on this server, and what that is remains to be seen. But eventually, Cash makes his way over to this signboard again, and this time,
Oh,
all
there's
the signs
yeah, the
seem to
signs
be
are
gone.
missing.
This confirms at least that someone has been on this world since he was last logged on.
Most likely
And I believe
username.
Cash realizes that too, because he decides to write a sign of his own, and he says,
Hello? Can anyone see this?
well, based off of that dark oak, no, I cannot. Jesus. He grabs some yellow dye.
Damn,
so it's
Cash.
actually
Oh, there we
legible,
go.
And then
Thank you.
continues exploring. He finds another secret way into
At least
the
Cash
tunnels,
finally
and
realizes
then
that-
eventually he just
At least Cash
freezes,
realizes he's
goes
recording for a
AFK
video.
while. When he does come back eventually, he says, quote, sorry, I think there was a deer outside or something. He then decides he wants to check out the nether, and he gets a block
half-broken
so that he
nether,
can
yeah.
get in there, and of course he gets disconnected. You can call it a coincidence. I'm gonna call it tactical nerfing. Now, this whole mention of seeing something in real life, I'm personally going to chalk up to paranoia for now. I mean, you're doing a night shift. This is the second night that Cash has presumably stayed up late, and probably you're going to be pretty paranoid the entire time.
I mean, every time I watch a Minecraft ARG, Especially like right now, it's like 2 a.m. I'm gonna be pretty fucking paranoid too. I'm not gonna lie.
So with that being said, let's move to this third shift where some
Luckily, I have a
stuff
green screen.
goes down. We log back on and we are immediately met with another message from the Watchdog protocol saying,
Please stop modifying the server. Your game mode has been updated.
Adventure mode, I'm
and
guessing.
unfortunately, it's correct.
Yep.
Cash is no longer in survival. He's in adventure mode now, which
Ah,
means he
rip.
can't place or break blocks, which sucks because he has received a response. It says, yes, but who are you? And
Oh.
Cash can't edit these signs anymore, so
Aw,
we don't know
that
how
sucks.
Cash is going to be able to respond to, oh, yeah, that's smart. He can use the book. Cash writes into the book, hi, still me. My name is Cash. I was hired to watch over this server. Who are you? But Cash needs somewhere to put this book, and very smartly, he goes over to that
Lectern.
bookshelf, assuming that if anyone else tries to use the secret passageway, they'll get the book and maybe see the message. But we have to wait
Oh,
until
smart. What?
And
Huh?
just like that, the book is gone. My heart dropped because I thought this Watchdog protocol like had taken the
Wait, is there someone in the server with him right now that you just don't know?
book or something. But after a little bit, the book returns.
Huh?
Cash opens it and it reads, you are what to watch over the server? Your typing is weird. It seems that when this person reads our text, it
It's
also has the
weird
weird
X's,
So
yeah.
Cash responds, someone hired me to watch over the server. I'm getting paid to log on and play. And then asks again, who are you? He puts the book back, and then after a bit, we get a response that says,
Oh.
I don't trust this, leave me alone. Cash tries to write back saying,
Is this also someone who got hired? Ooh, hold on. Theory time. All right, is this also someone who got hired to do something like what Cash is doing, like watch over the server? That'd be pretty cool.
he's just as confused as they are, but
I know just as little as you
after
do.
waiting a while, it's clear that this person has fully gone and isn't responding. He leaves the book there,
Pussy.
but goes and tries to figure out some more
Sorry.
information on anywhere this person could have gone. But this opens an interesting thing because typically in Minecraft, there's always some sort of tell for where a person is. If they've got invisibility potions, you see the bubbles.
I was
Even if
about to say that. Like, why? If there's someone in here, wouldn't you say the invisible potions?
you use a command to get rid of the bubbles, you can see like ground particles. But in all of these shots where the player
Nothing.
should be here,
There's
there
nothing.
is nothing you can see of them. It is literally as though they are a ghost on this world. Cash is looking around in one of the other houses when he suddenly comes across a very well hidden barrel, and it has a book
Oh,
inside.
I see
Now,
that.
Unfortunately, it's unsigned. However, it does have some very interesting text.
I know he's real. I hear him behind me all the time. I can feel his eyes watching me. No one ever fucking believes me, but I know it's real.
Another classic, oh, someone's watching me trope.
Whoa.
I'm bored. Can I play Candy Crush on your phone? Anyway, as
Man,
Cash
shut
looks
your
around, he sees a weirdly placed button, and upon pressing it, it actually opens a secret door. But right as he goes down it, his game crashes. A message pops up from him saying that this is pretty
I'm playing on a really old computer, so not
typical
abnormal.
for his PC, and eventually he logs back in. And when he does, Cash tells us,
I gave my friend the server IP so he could log on and check this out with me. But when he tried to get on, it said he wasn't whitelisted.
Oh.
But I never sent that email, my gamer tag.
oh boy. So for those who don't know, whitelisting on Minecraft basically lets only select gamer tags to be allowed on to a Minecraft server. But
Okay.
you need to know their gamer tag in order to do this. And according to Cash, he never sent these people his gamer tag. But somehow his player was whitelisted. This just confuses me further because the only
Oh,
person
boy.
we've talked to on this server has no idea who Cash is. So they certainly wouldn't have whitelisted him to the server, right? And this world was also very clearly griefed, so if it had a whitelist the whole time, that couldn't happen. Anyway, Cash makes his way back over to where he was and drops back down into just the tunnels again. But we see a very quick glimpse of
Ooh,
like,
something
a
opened and
passageway
closed.
opening, and he makes his way over to it and tries to find whatever button or trigger just opened it, but there's nothing around. But
Rip.
Cash is actually a genius, and he tells
he
us
actually?
to hold on because he has an idea. And he comes back and shows us that he's downloaded an X-ray shader pack. He's realized that if
Bro's
this is another
X-raying?
redstone door, he can try to figure out where it's located. And
Bro, it's
what
actually
the
X-raying.
input
Ain't no
to
way,
it
bro.
is. And when he takes a look, we can see
Oh.
that there's a skulk sensor that seems to be what opens this door. But Cash, for the life of him, cannot trigger it. There's nothing I can see that says why this wouldn't work, and clearly someone just triggered the skulk sensor because the door.
Like I'm saying, I'm pretty sure there's someone in this world right now, but like I'm still guessing that they probably got hired just the same as Cash did.
open. But
To watch over the
Cash
server.
just takes a break from his computer, and we see the screen go black again. And Cash basically explains that he saw something outside his window again, and he went to take a picture of it. And he shows it to us, and
Please.
it is corrupted. Bad.
The fuck is that? No, that is not a deer, dipshits. What is that?
Cash puts up some arrows of like what we're supposed to be looking at, but the weirdest thing about this all to me is Cash never acknowledges that the image is corrupted. Cash says there are often a lot of deer in his yards.
I'm sorry, that doesn't look like a deer. Looks like a fucking Wendigo. Wendigoon. That's what I look like. That's the person I look like. Why does that look like a fucking Wendigo, not a deer?
So he just went back to playing. He is truly just walking down this hallway, and I don't know about y'all, but
Fuck you.
Cash's reflexes are insane. You can hear the skulk sensor go off, the door opens, and he's just barely able to make it inside before it shuts again. But inside where exactly?
Jesus.
Cash turns around and is in this massive room.
Lecterns
of
with books.
sorts.
Read 'em.
There's 2 sets of books at the end, and when Cash opens them, we are met with this monstrosity.
What?
And there are several like pages of these inside of the different books. Now, luckily, Cash shows it all to us, so I can give you a breakdown. Let's take a look at this first
Thank you,
page,
'cause I have
right?
no idea
You
what the
can
hell I'm
see
looking
that
at.
Aside from all this gibberish, there seems to be a lot of X's in here. Now, the X's are all over this server, so I think that this is so confusing because it's like 2 different encoding methods on top of each other. So I'm going to ignore the X's and try to figure out what the original encoding process is. X's aside, all of these words end in OW, and now this rung a bell, but I didn't know why. And after some Googling, I realized it's because this is basically how Pig Latin works. In Pig Latin, you take a word, you rip off
that's
the
a new
first
one for me.
consonants, and you put it at the end, and then you add AY. I remember this because back in like grade school, kids would like make their own languages by just changing the AY to something else, and
Yeah, I'm sorry. This never happened for me in grade school. Did you go to like an elite private school? What the hell are you talking
sounded
about?
like a pretty distinct language, and in this case, they seem to have chosen OW as the ending sound. So if you take this text, remove all the ows, we're actually closer to legible text. Then all we have to do
Really?
is
'Cause
move
I
the
still cannot
consonants
read
from
it.
the end to the front. However, with so many X's in the mix, it makes it really hard to know when there's a consonant or not. So to
So you can practice the new code. I'm guessing remember that the code word is OW.
the best of my knowledge,
That's literally all I could get from that.
what this says is, this is a basic sentence, so you can practice the new code. Remember that the code word is ow. I'm a way, iterale, gay.
What? The fucking what?
I'm a genius. Let's look at another page, shall we?
Huh?
If we remove the ows, shift consonants to the front.
Do you actually believe him? I think he's a hacker that somehow keeps finding us or something.
And
I got
fix
it.
the X's that are
Okay, it's not so
obvious.
bad.
We read, do you actually believe him? I think he's a hacker that somehow keeps finding us or something. Now, upon initially reading this, I thought whoever is talking here was talking about Cash. It speaks about whether or not they want to believe him and how he keeps finding
Oh, was this the person that Cash was possibly talking to
us.
earlier?
But this text is towards the beginning of the first book. So this maybe took place a while ago. And I think this because there's a page on the other book
Oh,
that
here we go.
reads like this.
Hey, I just spoke with someone. How now seem to be the same
Hey, I just spoke with someone who seemed to be the same person who wrote.
person who wrote on the signs. Says his name is Cash. Oh, Cash. He was hired to.
On the signs. Says his
So this is the person we were talking
name
to.
is Cash. Something was hired to watch over the server.
Yeah.
If he's playing a trick on us, it's a weird trick to
Play.
I don't know. Basically, this person is talking about Cash. And
Us.
this is clearly
Yeah.
whoever spoke with Cash prior. It literally mentions it by name. But this leaves into question, who the book was talking about prior. It talks about he again, and that he keeps finding us. Now, to me, that could mean maybe they're hiding from like a stalker almost that keeps
Why are you doing this? Why, Zacho? Fuck you, man. No.
getting into their server. Going back to Cash on the
Screw
server, he gets
you.
kicked off pretty soon after, and it's clear that someone doesn't want him in there because when
Is
he
it, yeah, is it username? Or is it the admin?
logs on for
or
his
something?
next shift, he is told that his location will be reset every minute. What does that mean? Well, basically, as he's wandering around,
Could we teleport, I'm guessing?
after a minute goes by, he is just teleported
Yep.
right back to the start.
That sucks.
And Cash tries to continue looking around for new information or anyone to talk to, but with his location getting reset so often, he gives up and says that he's just gonna sit here and get paid, which is fair. And
You know
it's
what?
at
Yeah.
that point that we see Editor Cash come on back and says that he fell asleep while just sitting there on the server, which adds up. This man has stayed up so late, so many nights.
But then he said
But he tells us that when
he
he
saw
looked back
something.
at the footage, he saw this happen.
What? Saw what? Ooh, chest. Oh, that's the person that. Guys, that was the person who was writing to Cash. I think.
Cash says that he'll check that chest next time he logs on.
Watch, it's
But
not. You watch. Next time he logs on, it's not gonna be there.
come on. Is it ever that easy?
Yeah.
Because Cash logs on again.
Where is he? Okay. Okay. What the fuck is this? What is this? This looks like this looks like you're trying to navigate through the Japanese subway tunnels. Oh. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this looks pretty cool. Oh man, that is... Dude, this place looks so cool.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't see anything.
Cash walked inside, the textures all seemed to change.
Oh yeah, it got to
that.
it went to old textures.
Did you see that? When Cash walked inside, the textures all seemed to change. And when he walks back out, right back to normal.
Whoa.
It's clear Cash notices this, but all he has to say on the matter is wild. And then he continues
I mean,
to look
fair,
around
that
this
shit's
house. For
crazy,
once,
bro.
The chests actually have items, not some distorted, glitchy version of items. And there's furnaces, there's a
Okay.
bed. It truly seems to be a normal house. However, when he gets to this top floor, he's looking through chests and sees a painting. And when he checks it, there's a secret room behind it.
Whoa.
Covered in signs that seem to be like a journal of sorts. It's the first time we've seen signs that don't have X's all over them, and they read,
They promised me that I won't be left out again. They went to fight the dragon without me. They
Okay.
said they thought I wasn't online. Swear I didn't show up in the tab menu. Yeah, right.
Cash mentions that he had people not showing up the tab menu earlier.
They helped me
True.
build my base some more. They just feel bad for me. I'm tired. Barely anyone is playing anymore. I don't know why I keep playing.
This is interesting, but also a little too on the nose. I feel as though we've seen so much information get distorted that the fact that that isn't makes me not want to trust it. But essentially what's happening here... Was this? That wasn't there before.
Yeah, it was.
For once, the say on the matter is
Okay, no,
wax, not
I'm a fucking lying piece of shit.
painting. Was this? That wasn't there before. Right? The answer, of course, is no.
Okay.
But Cash
Well,
makes
thank
his
you
way
for showing me
down
that.
the
I didn't have to
staircase,
rewind that
and
then.
we are met with signs in just all caps, screaming at us more or less, and we even have
It's so quiet now. Why is it so empty and quiet? I can't even play anymore. I'm stuck watching. I have to make myself known. Am I still supposed to be here or not? They can't see me. I'm standing right here. Everyone will know I'm watching them. Is this person the same person that Cash was talking to earlier?
X's that seem to have returned. I'll let you pause if you want to read any of this. It's mostly generic ooky spooky
Oh, thank you. People, he knows we're reacting.
stuff, but the scary thing is
Log out, get out of the game. Press escape and quit. No. Quit the game, Cash.
this is the first time on this server that we have heard movement of another player. And the weird thing is
We can't
heard a
find the
door
person.
open, but all of the doors are exactly how Cash left them prior. Cash
And what's
goes
crazy is we can't see the person. That's another crazy thing, huh?
to return to that basement area and is immediately clocked out. This was a lot of information, and I want
Okay,
you to
no
tuck
jump
everything you
scares.
just saw in the back of your mind as I go into what
You
comes
died.
next. Cash posted on his community tab that he was able to get onto the normal server again and check that chest before he was
I'm going out on a limb and trusting you are who you are, who you are who you say you are. But to be safe, you gotta solve this. The answer is right in front of you. Then, right.
immediately clocked out. But he took 2 screenshots of the 2 pages, and they look like this. We read, I'm going out on a limb and trusting you are who you say you are. But to be safe, you gotta solve this. The answer is right in front of you, then right. And on the next
Weird.
page, we see multiple.
I'm guessing these are
like,
URLs.
link that's been
Yeah.
jumbled, and whoever did this is very smart because they pasted it several times to account for the X glitch. I tried some basic ciphers online before I decided to use that big old juicy brain I got upstairs, and I realized that in front of Cash, presumably, all the time, is a keyboard. So this is probably just a keyboard cipher where you take your keyboard and you shift all the letters one way or another. So if you do that with our lovely gibberish here, we get a YouTube link to an unlisted video.
I had a feeling it
that
was
is
gonna be
just
that.
a black screen, but with this audio.
It's honestly so stupid that I'm even doing this, but just in case you're a real person, somehow, you should
Riley.
know what's going on. This is a Minecraft server where my friends and I play Minecraft on, and it's just normal until we started getting harassed by this guy, and he kept making his way onto our server to the point where we got a new one. Then he found that one, but no matter what we do...
Ooh, I wonder if Riley was the person who wrote that thing in the book that was like, don't, like, it was earlier when they were in the... That was my dog, sorry, scared the shit out of me. Earlier, there was this book that came out and that Cash was looking at, and it said something about like, and if you are this person, fuck you. I wonder if this person that's talking is that same person who wrote that.
Leave us alone. Joe, one of
Smallish
my
beans?
friends, thinks it's a literal ghost because we even tried banning his IP, but it didn't stop him. Basically, around the time it started, one of my friends did this whole thing where he convinced us that there's this thing called the God Watcher or something. It was just a Bloody Mary knockoff. If you said the name 3 times, it would come, yada yada. Anyway, you're not even gonna find this thing.
Oh,
This
cuts
is
off.
quite the interesting story, but I agree
God
with
Watcher.
whoever's speaking here. Odds are this God Watcher thing was just a prank made up by a friend. Why are the letters moving?
Watchdog.
Oh my god, guys, no way! Sorry, I'll take this seriously. Basically, the God Watcher is a entity that is on the Minecraft Entities Wiki, and it says,
Okay.
the God Watcher is an urban myth long lost to Minecraft versions gone by.
Okay.
It is rumored to be a spirit that chose to live in the digital world of Minecraft.
Oh, this is
rather
an
than
actual
pass on
like
to the next life.
creepypasta.
The God Watcher implores the player to say its name 3 times while placing a poppy each time. This not
I
only grants the God
remember.
Watcher into the world, but also
I remember this. I remember this creepypasta a long time ago because I used to watch Minecraft for a long time. I remember this creepypasta now. Now I remember this, and I remember there was a mod about this too. They made a mod just about this. Oh my
ties it to your
god!
player so that wherever
So
you
this
go,
is what
it
this freaking. Oh my god! This is so cool. I love this one. Okay, this one's so cool. It brought back so much nostalgia from an old creepypasta I remember such a long time ago.
it may follow. However, there's a part that talks about the different things that
Oh,
this
this is so
entity
cool.
will do to players. And the one that stands out the most is how it says the most consistent occurrence is an increase in coal generation on every world the player joins. Earlier in these videos, I had
We did see a lot of coal now that we think about
noticed
it.
that in these tunnels there was an impressive amount of coal in the walls, especially since if it were me, I
We
would've
did see a
mined all
lot of
that
coal.
to get some torches or something. But now I'm starting to think that coal is there for a very different reason. And judging by the fact that this article talks about how it torments people and makes them see things that aren't there, I'm a bit worried about the future of our lovely Cash.
Oh man, that thumbnail is not promising.
The next video isn't Cash logging onto the server, but instead it's him talking in a Google Doc with someone, and it appears to be that same mystery person who created that video. Based off the channel name before, I'm gonna call this person Riley, and Riley says that she's still
Fair.
really paranoid, and Cash says that's fine. I think you have a reason to be. Cash
Very-
re-explains
yeah,
everything we
very
know about this
fair.
whole getting hired thing, but actually does mention that he has gotten paid from these people, that they sent him like $42. Cash asks Riley to tell him more about this whole God
Oh, excuse me.
thing. And before Riley can respond, a notification pops up for Cash of a Ring doorbell. I don't know if
I hate Ring doorbell horror. I just hate like IRL horror stuff like Zoom call horrors or Ring. That wasn't always good. The shit out of me. I'm
this
sorry.
is important, but I'm legally obligated to tell you about it. So there it is. Riley once
It
again.
reminds me so much of like supernatural horror. That's why I hated it so much. Is because it's actually freaky. It actually seems like real almost. Because
Pushes
it's
off the Godwatcher thing, saying it was just a thing that her old friends made up on.
Well, not supernatural, paranormal activity.
And Cash asks if they still have that server, and Riley says that they actually do. Cash logs on to this very distorted Minecraft server.
Oh.
The last server doesn't even hold a torch to this one when it
Jesus.
comes to level of messed up. And Cash is literally just looking around this server, checking chests, and trying to find anything of you.
Hey, Cash. I don't know why you don't do this, but this is the part where you turn the game off and just don't play Minecraft again. Ah, as a child. Coal. Lots of coal. Once. Oh my god. Please don't tell me this is the exact same horn that we heard earlier, and this whole time it was Cash. I swear to god, we're gonna jump to the part where I just sound absolutely fucking stupid, aren't we? It's getting a little too... Oh, I see someone. Yep, get out. Get out. Is that them? Is that the them they were talking about? Same thing. Same thing. Yeah, this is... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is just like Five Nights at Freddy's. Don't let them get you. What? Excuse me. Is it getting closer? I can't tell. Yeah, I can't tell if it's getting closer or not. Oh no. Ran out of power. Torches. Smart. Could also just make a torch, you know. Dude, this is literally just FNAF. Well, I wonder what the horn does. Oh, I'm running scared. Okay. Come on, 6 a.m. Insert the video of Markiplier.
Oh my god! Oh, I did it! Now, whatever that was, I certainly didn't enjoy it, but it seems to be morning. And Cash actually goes back to that document he was talking to Riley on. And Riley says, I forgot the last time I played on this server was on my old account, so neither of us are whitelisted and can't get on. And Cash says, I was able to get on.
how?
I don't understand how this keeps happening. Cash is somehow once again whitelisted for a server he shouldn't be on.
Yeah.
Cash goes back to playing on the server and exploring his way around, and
It's
he makes his way
daytime.
down
The
one of tunnels
animatronics
and
aren't
finds this
active right now.
room, I guess, that didn't seem to be there before. And upon going inside, we see
Oh,
an area
the poppies! The poppies, say your name!
that has 3 spots and 3
Poppies.
Cash pulls out the document again, and we can see that Riley is just going crazy.
You gonna say the name there, Buddy Roo? Don't say its name. Replace. Don't do it. What are you doing? Why? She is okay, buddy. I don't understand you, man. She's telling you not to fucking do it, and you're just replace. We're all supposed to say the names. You're not saying the names, so I think you're fine.
Cash's next video is him playing on a seemingly brand new server when suddenly Riley joins.
Oh.
Cash walks over to her and says, "Hey," to which she says, Cash replies and says it's because he took care of the whole God Watcher thing.
Did you though?
Cash says, "Well, you said it was tied to your friend's Minecraft account, right?" Cash says, "Well, I moved it to mine." And Cash says because all he had to do was deactivate his account and buy a new one. And
You know what? That is big a Giga Brain right there.
I didn't notice before, but his gamer tag has changed from cashing checks to checks cashed. Cash goes on to explain that the quote God Watcher took care of the bill. Apparently $42 is just enough for a new Minecraft account and a large pizza.
Okay, why are we getting creepy music though? Also, why are we not seeing her gamer tag? You always wish someone would have come and saved you. What is going on? What is going on? And she's gone. What the fuck is happening? Huh? Oh no, no, no,
It was
no,
no
no,
coincidence
no.
that Cash was in the same time zone as the people who played on this server. He was one of the people that played on this server. That's why he was whitelisted on every server he joined. He wasn't the next person the God Watcher would torment. He was the current. It somehow convinced him that he was a whole other person trying
Wait,
to
this
solve
whole time, all the books and everything, it was Cash this entire time?
this mysterious server. All to remember just how wrong he was. The next day after this video was posted, Cash's profile picture changed to this image. And since I've edited this video, I went back to Riley's channel, and at some point, it was also changed to that same image. I have not been able to get into contact with either of them.
Oh boy. Oh, I wonder if there's gonna be a part 2 to this. That was actually pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Finding out this entire time that it was Cash, and towards the end you had to play FNAF. That was so weird. I still don't really understand anything. I might have to go back and rewatch a little of it to fully understand what the hell I just watched. But yeah, that was pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that was actually really fun to watch. That was pretty cool. The finding out the entire time that all the books that were written were actually from our man Cash himself. But I don't understand why Cash didn't realize that it was him that wrote everything. I don't know. There's still some stuff left to be answered about the how and whys of everything. But I'm not gonna lie, for just the mystery itself alone just made this a really fun watch. Congratulations, Zach. That was a really good one. But yeah, that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like this type of content, and comment down below what type of other videos I should react to, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.